Okay, so next question. Suppose the question is like this. Mm, 1 all are 1 ohm, 1 ohm, 1 ohm, 1 ohm, like that. Okay, now this is 10 u of t. Okay, that means the switch is closed at t is equal to 0. Previously the switch is open before t is equal to 0. Now the switch is closed at t is equal to 0. Can somebody tell me, can we find out time constant for this network with the ordinary procedure? Is it a first order circuit or second order circuit?
Second order.
Okay, so it is a second order circuit. Okay, if it is a second order circuit, you cannot find out the time constant easily. Okay, so that means we have to write the differential equation, then take the Laplace transform. Okay, after that we'll get the time constant of the circuit. The solution of the roots of the equation will be the time constant of the circuit. That and all we'll see in Laplace transform. Okay, afterwards we'll see how to solve the same question with the Laplace transform also. We have to use the Laplace approach. Okay, very simply you cannot say, but one thing is sure, it consists of two time constant because there are two inductor, they are really separate. Okay, you cannot make it as a single inductor. So the two time constant is possible because it is a second order circuit. Then there will be two time constant, there will be two time constant. Okay, two time constant means very simple, the your response consists of one e power response and also another e power response, combination of two e power. That is the meaning of the second order circuit. Okay, next question. If the voltage across the initial voltage across the capacitor is 15 volt, 15 volt, find current across some branch, that is Ix. Find the current across some branch, that is Ix. Okay, so the diagram is like this. This we want to find out current Ix here. This is 8 ohm. So this is plus minus, but this voltage is like initial voltage. Initially the capacitor is having some voltage. Okay, this is also the example of source free circuit, but with the extra 5 ohm resistance. Okay, if this 5 ohm is not there, we can merge this 12 ohm and 8 ohm, then we can easily solve with the source free circuit concept. But this is also similar to source free circuit, but with some extra resistance here. Okay, no problem, we'll try to solve. Okay, first of all, finally you need current across this 8 ohm. Okay, so for going to the solution, you need current across this one, but the current and voltage, the nature, the shape is going to be decided by the capacitor. Okay, capacitor value, that is C. Okay, the capacitor is going to decide the shape of the waveform. Okay, how it is going to decrease very fastly or very slowly, and also decided by the resistance. Okay, combinedly the resistance and capacitance together will decide how fast or how slow the response is going to decay. Because it is like a source free circuit, definitely the response will get decay because it is having some initial voltage. That voltage will keep on decreasing because once if we connect with the resistance, now the current will flow across this branch. Then as soon as the current flows, then the voltage, the charge will decrease, the charge present in the capacitor will decrease, then finally the voltage will decrease, finally the current also will decrease. Ultimately voltage, charge, current, power, energy, everything will be zero, everything will be zero. Okay, so first idea is you just try to find out the voltage across the capacitor. Okay, see, this is okay, this point, this voltage is completely applied to 5 ohm, the same voltage is applied to 12 and 8 ohm. So once if I find out the voltage across the capacitor, but the voltage across the capacitor is not a constant quantity, it will vary with the time. But once if I know the voltage across the capacitor, then I can easily apply the voltage division rule here, because finally I need current across this branch. Okay, the solution is the current across this branch Ix is what is the voltage of this point. Okay, like this you can ground. Okay, voltage at this node divided by the resistance present in that branch. So once if I know the voltage across the capacitor, then you divide it by 20, then you will get what is Ix. Okay, that idea you should have in mind, because directly you cannot find out what is the current across 8 ohm. Okay, so simple KVL, KCL and all, here it will not work. So first you should have idea. So before how to find out Ix, okay, then once if I know this voltage is same as the voltage across the capacitor, but that voltage is not a constant quantity, it is going to vary with respect to time. That's why I am putting like this. Okay, so please don't switch on your audio or video unnecessarily. Okay, so Ix is equal to VCT divided by 20. Okay, now then how to find out VCT, voltage across the capacitor? Now I told you one simple formula. I don't know whether I told you or not. Okay, please wait, let me check. இது போல ஏதாவது ஃபார்முலா கொடுத்திருந்தேனா? Don't wait a bit. Okay, wait. Vc of t is equal to Vc infinite Vc 0 minus Vc infinite e power minus t by tau. இது போல ஏதாவது ஃபார்முலா கொடுத்திருந்தேனா இதுக்கு முன்னாடி?
No, sir.
No. Okay. So okay, no problem. Now let's see how to go about this one. So what is the format? Actually, for a source free circuit, you know one thing, how the voltage across the source free circuit will vary. That is the source voltage V naught e power minus t by tau. But here tau is not a simple quantity, simple RC, but it consists of two resistance as well as one more resistance, three resistance and one capacitance. Now you try to find out the time constant for this circuit. Okay, the time constant of the circuit is C is very simple. C is 0.1. Okay, then 0.1. Then what is R value? Looking from this terminal, these two is in series. Along with this is in parallel. Then 20 parallel with 5. Okay, 20 parallel with 5 means 100 divided by 25, that is 4. Okay, so the time constant of the circuit is 4 into 0.1. So now the time constant of the circuit is 0.4 second. Okay, so the response across the capacitor will be same as the response across the original source free RC circuit, but the time constant will be little bit different. Okay, so then what is V naught? V naught is 15. Okay, then e power minus t by tau 0.4. Okay, 0.4, or otherwise you can also write like this: e power minus 1 by 0.4 is 2.5 into t. Okay, so this is the voltage across the capacitor. Finally, the voltage across the capacitor V of t or Vc of t is 15 e power minus 2.5 t V, that means volt. Then what is Ix? Very simply, Ix is Vc of t divided by 20. Okay, then divided by 20 means 3 by 4 e power minus 2.5 t, that means 0.75 e power minus 2.5 t. Okay, so this is your final answer. Okay, now I will go by some other method. Okay, just okay, with other method also. For that, one formula is there. Other method, Again, you can also solve the same question with the help of Laplace transform also, but we will not do the Laplace transform now. Later classes will try to solve with the Laplace transform. Okay, you try to remember this formula. Okay, this formula only will be helpful in the competitive exam. Okay, Vc of t is equal to Vc infinite. That means voltage across the capacitor at steady state. Then voltage across the capacitor at the time of switching. That means at the initial state. And then what is the voltage across the capacitor at infinite? Then e power minus t by tau. Again, the tau is the time constant of the circuit. But we know one thing here, we have already calculated what is tau. Okay, the time constant of the circuit is readily available, that is 0.4 second. Now, what is Vc infinite? What is Vc 0? Once if you know this, directly you can substitute. Vc 0 is the initial value across the capacitor. What is the initial value they given? Sometime initial value may be 0 also, but they given the initial value. The initial value is 15 volt. Okay, but in this case, what is the final value? Anybody? What is the final value in this circuit? It is a source free circuit. Then what would be the final voltage across the capacitor? Any idea? It is greater than 15 or less than 15 or 0 or something like that. The initial voltage across the capacitor is 15. Again, no other independent sources. Okay, again, this capacitor is connected with this resistance. Then what would be the value at t is equal to infinite?
0, sir.
0. Okay, because source free circuit means at steady state, at infinite state, at a time when the time is infinite, source free means everything will become 0. Okay, so 0. Then you simply substitute this value. Okay, we know what is, you know what is Vc infinite, you know what is Vc 0. Then you simply substitute here. Okay, Vct is equal to 0 plus 15 minus 0 e power minus t by tau is equal to 15 e power minus 2.5 t, because tau means 0.4, so 2.5 t. Okay, simply again finally we have calculated what is Vc of t. So 15 e power minus 2.5 t. Okay, so again, if the circuit is of the first order nature, whatever may be the complexity of the circuit, complexity in the sense there may be many number of resistance, okay, and finally a single capacitance or capacitance exactly in series or in parallel, then you can easily apply this formula. Okay, you can easily apply this formula. This formula is also valid even if you are having sources. Along with the sources also, this formula will work. This is a generalized formula, very important formula that you should remember always. Again, for an inductor, you can same formula, you can take it in the current format. For capacitor, I have written. For an inductor, the same formula you can take in the current format. Okay, this is the formula. It will be most useful in the competitive examination. Okay, most of the problem, 99% of the problem that is given in the competitive exam can be solved with help of this equation. Okay, so next we'll try to find out current for some other circuit. Okay. Okay. So next question, find current for the circuit. Now this is 10 ampere current source along with 1 ohm, and see at t is equal to 0 they are not closing the switch, they are opening the at t is equal to 0 they are opening the switch. Okay, it is opposite. Okay, generally at t is equal to 0 we got the closure of the switch, but here something opposite. Okay, then here inductor is there 1/2 Henry, and then 2 ohm. This is connected like this. Okay, now I want to know what is the current nature across the inductor. I need to know what is the current nature here. That means the capital I only am writing it. I need to know what is the current nature across the inductor if the circuit is like this. See, what is at the time of t is equal to 0, you are opening the switch. Then what we will assume, the switch has been, this source has been connected at t is equal to minus infinite. Okay, if the source is connected at t is equal to minus infinite, okay, I'm not, again, what would be the state of the circuit exactly at t is equal to 0 minus, just before opening the switch. Okay, just before opening the switch, what would be the state of the circuit? The state of the circuit would be something, again, this is like short. Okay, and this resistance will be there. Now I have to write the inductor here. Now what is, again, just before closing the switch, that means exactly at t is equal to 0 minus, what is the state of the circuit? Anybody? Is it in the transient condition or steady state? Just before opening the switch. Just before opening the switch, because at exactly t is equal to 0 I am opening the switch. Just before opening the switch, what is the state of the circuit?
Transient, sir.
Others? Others?
Steady state.
Steady state. Just before opening the switch, the circuit is at steady state. Okay, because this source is connected at t is equal to minus infinite. Okay, somebody connected the source at t is equal to minus infinite. Now I am going to open the switch, this switch, at t is equal to 0. That means before opening the switch, the circuit is in steady state. Transient means what? The behavior just after applying the switch. Just after applying the switch. Okay, once if you analyze the circuit behavior, that we will call it as a transient. Okay, see, before you switch on the switch, there will not be any disturbance in the circuit. Okay, you take your house circuit itself. Before going to switch on the circuit, there will not be any fluctuation. The moment you put the switch, there will be the fluctuation. Or the moment you switch off the switch, there will be the fluctuation. But before you are doing the switching operation, there is no fluctuation. That means the circuit is in steady state. Okay, so before applying the switch, you are applying the switch at t is equal to 0. It may be either closing or opening, no problem. But before applying the switch, the circuit is in steady state. That means here the circuit is in steady state, but here the circuit is in transient. Because at exactly 0 you are applying the switching, then after the switching for a moment, the circuit will be in a transient. So that means what? At t is equal to 0, the circuit is in steady state. Okay, circuit is in steady state. So once if the circuit is in steady state, what is the nature of the inductor at steady state? Anybody? Open or close? Sorry, open circuit or short circuit? Anybody? What is the nature of the inductor at steady state? Short circuit or open circuit?
Short circuits.
Short circuit. Okay, the nature of the inductor at steady state is short circuit. Now you tell me, you are having 10 ampere current. That 10 ampere current will go here. The moment you reach here, okay, with the 10 ampere, here resistance is there, here no resistance, then definitely the 10 ampere will go here only. Or if you have doubt, you apply the current division rule. Okay, now the 10 ampere will come here. Then what is the current across this one? 0 ampere. The same 10 ampere will come here. The moment you reach here, again there are two paths, one with the short circuit, one with the 2 ohm, but this current will go here only, 10 ampere, here 0 ampere only. Again 10 ampere and 0 ampere will add. Okay, and again this will not go this way. Okay, this will go this way, 10 ampere. Okay, so that means just before closing the switch, what is the current across the inductor? Just before closing the switch, the current across the inductor is 10 ampere. Just before closing the switch, the current across the inductor is 10 ampere. Now what is going to happen? Now you are going to remove this switch. Okay, now you are going to remove this switch. Okay, after removing this switch, okay, now it was closed condition. Then you are going to remove the switch. After removing this switch, what will happen to the circuit? Now the interesting part comes. Okay, so once if you open the switch, it will become like this, 10 ampere, and this is 1 ohm, and this is like this. Okay, this is like this. Okay, so once, because you are opening this switch, that means this section becomes open, then the circuit becomes like this. Again, this value is 1 by 2 Henry, but this inductor is having, see, this is the circuit at t is equal to 0 plus. Okay, this is the circuit at t is equal to 0 plus. Now the circuit will be like this. At t is equal to 0 plus, what would be the current across the inductor? IL 0 plus. But we know one thing, IL 0 plus is equal to IL 0 minus. That means what would be the IL value? Because current across the inductor cannot change suddenly. That current value is 10 ampere. That means at this stage, this inductor is having initial current with initial energy. Okay, the initial current across the inductor is 10 ampere. Now, how to go about this one? Anybody? How to solve this circuit? Can I separate this circuit, or how to proceed further? Can I separate this circuit or not? Okay, if not, why? If yes, how? Now my aim is I have to find out, see, for example, if this connection is not there, okay, if this dot connection is not there, simply I will write this circuit here. Okay, I will write this circuit here, this resistance here. Then this is having some initial current. Okay, no problem. And I know once if the inductor is having initial current, how to solve that? So once if the inductor is having initial current, okay, we have seen it in the source free circuit. If the inductor is having initial current, what is the response finally? I naught. The current across the inductor will reduce exponentially. I naught e power minus t by tau. What is tau? Tau is equal to L by R. L by R, that means 1 by 4 seconds, and that means this is equal to I naught. I naught value is 10 e power minus 4t. Ampere is the response, is the current response. It is the current that will be flowing here. Okay, but because it is possible if the circuit is in a separate condition. Okay, so now just it is like a source free RL circuit. Okay, this is like source free RL circuit where inductor is having some initial current. Okay, inductor is having some initial current. That initial current is 10 ampere. Okay, then this will be the response of the current through the inductor. Okay, and again the current across the resistance will be the same because this is going in this loop. Okay, this is the final answer. Now can I separate this or not? That is the question. Anybody, any idea is there? Are you all on the line? Yes. Can I separate this circuit? Because see, if you are not able to separate this 10 ampere may have some effect here. Okay, any idea? Can we separate these two circuit or not? See, because we have applied the switch. Okay, we have opened the switch, but the source is connected like this. Can we analyze these two circuits separately or not? Anybody? No idea. Yes, we can analyze separately. This circuit will not affect the performance of this circuit, or this circuit performance will not affect this circuit, because you see here, see the 10 ampere current is going this way. Okay, so the same 10 ampere will come this way, the same 10 ampere will come this way. Again, if 10 ampere is going here, the 10 ampere has to come here. Okay, if the 10 ampere is coming here, the same 10 ampere is coming here, then what is the effect of this one here? Nothing. Whatever the ampere is here, the same ampere is appearing here, then the effect of this circuit on this is nothing. Similarly, the effect of this circuit here is nothing. Okay, whatever the current comes here, the same current will come here. Okay, so that means it will not affect. Okay, so you can separately, you can analyze. Okay, you can separate the circuit and you can analyze. If you are not still convinced, I can write one thing. You know the pi model of the BJT, where you used to write like this: input side, and at output side you used to write like this. Okay, this is like HIE, this is HFE IB, where IB is the input base current, and this is RC. Then that time this is like common point where you are independently applying KVL here, you are applying KVL or KCL here independently, KVL or KCL. You are not worried about this dot point that time. Similarly, the same only here also. Okay, the network is connected like this. Okay, you can just, I am extending this dot point here, that's it. Okay, see here they have extended this dot point, that's it. All are same point only. Okay, so the same one. So you can separately, you can analyze. That will not affect your answer, that will not affect your answer. So finally the answer is 10 into e power minus 4. Okay, so or otherwise you can also solve with a different method. Okay, with that formula. What is that formula? ILT is equal to I infinite, IL infinite, and IL 0, and IL infinite, then e power minus t by tau. Okay, again, what is the time constant of the circuit? The time constant of the circuit is 1 by 4. What is IL infinite? IL infinite is simply 0, because after opening the switch, this current source is not giving any current to this part. That means this circuit will be operating with the current that is available with the inductor. Okay, but eventually that current will become 0. So that means the current across the inductor, current through the inductor at infinite is simply 0. Okay, then what is the initial current across the inductor? The current at 0, the initial current across the inductor we have calculated as 10. Okay, so this is 10. Then you just substitute here. Okay, then IL of t is equal to 0 plus 10 minus 0 e power minus 4t, that is same as 10 e power minus 4t. Okay, this is the final answer. Okay, so with this I will stop. Okay, in the next class we will see the step response of the first order circuit. We will take the first order circuit, RC circuit. We will apply the step input. Okay, step input is the input that will start at t is equal to 0, then it goes up to infinite. Okay, we'll apply the step input, then we will see the response across the capacitor. Similarly, we'll take RL circuit, we'll apply the step input, then we will see the response in the RL circuit also. Okay, again, there also we'll take some different combination with the voltage source, with the current source. Okay, like that we will try to change, then finally we'll see what is the response. And finally we'll take circuit with the step input and also with initial energy. Okay, one case we'll discuss without any initial energy, in the another case we'll discuss with initial energy. So tomorrow what we will do, we'll take step input, okay, then apply to RC circuit, then what is the response? Apply to RC circuit, then what is the response? Again, in this case, the capacitor, there is no initial energy across the capacitor. There is no initial energy, initial voltage across the capacitor. Then in the next case, we will take with the initial energy, with some initial energy across the capacitor. It is something similar to you are charging your mobile up to some percentage, say 50% one time. And once again, you are charging your mobile from 50%. That means your battery is having some initial voltage. Okay, this is like charging from 0 level. Okay, the first case is charging from 0 level. The second case is charging from the mid level. Already you have done the charging, but the charge is not completed. Once again, you are going to make a charging. That time also I will apply the step input. Then I will see what is the response. Okay, so again, it is very simple. Once if you are doing the charging from the ground level, Once if you are doing the charging, say finally the cell phone battery has to reach 5 volt. If you are charging from the ground level, your response will go like this. Or already your capacitor is having some voltage. Now you are doing the charging means now your capacitor voltage will increase like this. That is the idea. That is the idea with the initial energy, without initial energy, but always with respect to some source. Okay, step input. Same thing we'll discuss for RL circuit also, with energy, without initial energy. And again here we'll use both voltage source and current source. Here also we'll try to use both voltage source and current source. Then the response of the first order circuit will be complete. Later we will see some other problems. Okay, so with this I will stop. If you have any doubt, you can ask.